Excuse me, I wonder if I could ask you, do you think the music here in Abbey Churchyard is too loud?
Pardon?
Are you on holiday?
Are you actually filming?
Yes, I am.
Do I think it's too loud?
Yeah.
No, I think it's wonderful.
You do? You enjoy it? Are you local?
We've come specifically to listen to some music.
I reckon you're his dad.
And we're that old. God.
Thank you. You enjoying the music, sir?
Yeah.
Not too loud for you?
What's that?
I said, is it too loud for you?
No, it is.
You're enjoying it? Good, good. Yes, a yes from you too. Excuse me, can I ask you guys, do you think the music is too loud in Abbey Churchyard?
Probably rolling in me, it doesn't really matter.
Perhaps slightly.
It is.
Slightly, yeah. Just beginning to drown conversation, yes. Yeah.
What about you, madam?
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry, I can't hear you either.
Maybe so.
A bit loud.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Dave, you've just been in discussion with regards to the problem of busking. So what is the latest from B&NES' point of view?
Yeah, well, from our point of view, we've just been in discussion about this particular issue, about how we may look at these public place protection orders to resolve some of the issues we have around loud amplification. What we're currently looking at is the evidence base we've got. We can't do anything without any evidence to prove there's a real nuisance here. Our officers are very sure that we have complaints not just from the Abbey. We have it from other visitors around here and people who live in the city centre around this. So and we are looking at going out for consultation come the end of the month when these new powers available to us to look at banning amplification in this particular area.
Explain what these new powers might give you the power to do.
Yeah, well, never before have we been able to simply say stop doing that particular activity in this area. Before we had to do a lot of work on individuals around the around noise abatement and nuisance act. That's been really quite challenging to do. What we're able to do with this one is simply turn up and say you're using an amplifier, please stop. If they don't stop, it would be a very simple fixed penalty notice, a fine to say, well, thank you very much, here's your fine, please move on.
Now, are we looking to just enforce that sort of regulation here in Abbey Churchyard, or is it something that might be applied across the whole city? Because of course buskers and amplifiers do exist elsewhere.
They do indeed, and the challenge has been really that amplifiers have got smaller, they've got louder, we have more buskers coming in. here in Abbey Churchyard has been a very particular issue because it's the most popular area and we have the most complaints. But clearly, if we bring this in and we find there are other areas, we can very easily adapt that order to say we now include this particular street. And really am hoping that buskers will kind of start to get the message and behave across the city.
So are we looking forward to an order which prohibits or reduces the volume of amplifiers around Bath Abbey?
That's what we're looking at. We're really looking at how we reduce the impact of busking and the amplification of busking more so around this particular location. That's what we're looking at. You know, it's a shame that it's got to this point. The majority of buskers in our city, you know, they respect the buskers code, which is around about noise. They respect actually when our service is on. They respect when they may have someone ask them to come and turn it down. It's a shame that there are a few buskers in the city who have really ruined that for them.
You say it's a shame we've reached this position. There are those who say it's B&NES' own fault, that you should have dealt with this matter months, if not years ago, that it's a problem that's grown and that the local authority has ignored.
Yeah, and actually what we've had over the past number of years is a voluntary code of conduct. We've had buskers for a number of years who have worked with that. Over the years it's got worse and worse and worse. So this is really a last resort. We wouldn't be going down this route if it wasn't for people following the Buskers Guide that exists in the city, which is signed up by a good number of them. But actually, if you have a busker who walks in who isn't willing to sign up to that guide, that's where our problem is.
Is a code of conduct enough? Why aren't buskers just licensed? And then if there's a bad busker, you take his license away.
Yeah, and we can only operate within the laws and the statutes that exist to us as a local authority. We cannot just make up rules. We cannot just say, oh, we decide to license that. You can only license licensable activities, and busking is not one of those. So you have to look at other powers available to us to actually start to control some of the things that go on.
It's a shame it's come to this.
It's a huge shame it's come to this. This isn't what we want to happen. We want to be able to have a really good working relationship with the whole busking community, and it really is a shame that we, you know, the vibrancy it brings to the city. You can sit here in Abbey Churchyard when it's not too loud. It really brings a great addition to the city, and I would prefer for us to be able to work better with all the buskers in the city, but unfortunately you have some buskers who are really willing to work, some buskers who are willing to go by the guide, and some buskers who clearly haven't been.
You're clearly being careful here, but I'll ask you again, are we going to see an enforcement order here in Abbey Churchyard?
That's what we're looking forward to, an enforcement order here in Abbey Churchyard. We have a little process to go through that, make sure we've got the right evidence. As far as we're concerned, we are looking to bring in the enforcement order here.